Hello and welcome to another manga spotlight. This is My Dog Becomes a Human, aka Ponta Becomes Human by Hamada Kenji. And this is a slice of life webcomic series. One day, pet dogs in this town suddenly become human beings. The story follows the life of Saki, owner, and Ponta, her pet dog. So, yeah, I mean, it's exactly what it says it is. One day, every single dog in the world turns into humans. And they're not like humans, they're basically humans with the mind of a dog. And thankfully, you can see that there's no romance tag on this. So yeah, I was a little bit worried when I heard that there was a series about dogs becoming humans, and the story followed a woman and her male dog. I was like, oh my god, please no. This is basically the white woman meme, but in comic book form. Thankfully, it's not. We don't get any romance at all. We do get stuff where we see the girls like it says that we follow Saki and Ponta, and while they are the main characters, we do get chapters devoted to other characters. And so we'll see chapters where the owner obviously has a crush on the way that their dog looks. But thankfully, it doesn't go into any kind of romantic territory. It's mostly played for a gag where, like, we see an office lady and she's very strict and stuff. And she's one of those that she's constantly bossing everybody around. But as soon as she goes home, her dog, who's like super beautiful to her, whatever her dog wants, she does. So she's basically being bossed by her dog. And then we get chapters like this. This is one I'm going to dedicate more time to because I think this kind of helps share what this series is kind of about. Yeah, one day we get a story about a family that adopts a toy poodle. The grandfather is like, what is this? Why is it in my house? And so his son's like, my colleagues at work were looking for someone to take care of her. So I thought I'll take it home with us. After mother passed away, the store has kind of slowed down, right? So, maybe you can help take care of her. So the grandfather's like, fine, whatever. I guess I'll do it. Just don't be too much trouble, okay? And then one day, toy poodle turns into a little girl because the toy poodle was a little puppy. So now we get this little girl, and she basically is like screaming at her grandpa that she wants to go for a walk. So the grandfather takes her for a walk. And it's kind of weird because we see people pretty much walking humans in a sense. So this little girl has a harness on. Meanwhile, we see Saki and Ponta, and we see that Ponta has, a collar, and that's how he's being walked. So it's just kind of weird because they are technically dogs, but just dogs in human bodies. But yeah, we just kind of see the two of them. They meet up. Saki's like, "Oh, that's such a cute dog. What's her name?" The grandfather's like, "Oh, I haven't really decided on it yet." And that's when we get like a leaf falls on her nose, and we get like this beautiful coloring of the autumn leaves as they're falling. And the grandfather sees a flashback where he was taking his wife while she was still alive for a walk. And the wife's like, "Oh, it's that time of season. When I'm gone, I don't want you shutting yourself out from people. I could show love because I had it. Now I want you to do the same to someone in need of it." And that's when we cut to the present where the little girl basically pulls on her grandfather's sleeve and shows her a leaf. And the grandfather like smiles. And yeah, we cut to them back at the store with the little girl snuggling against the grandfather as she's falling asleep. And his son's like, "Oh, is the dog asleep?" The grandfather's like, "It's not dog. Kaide. That's her name." And yeah, I was like, okay, that was a nice, sweet little chapter. It was basically that meme where it's like, dad doesn't want to get a dog, and then you see the dad like all upset, and then you see dad and the dog weeks later, and they're like the best of friends. That's kind of what this chapter was, but it was like a nice little sweet chapter about this old guy. Basically, after he shut himself out once his wife died, he starts opening himself up more because of, I guess you can say, his new granddaughter. And those are like the kind of chapters that we get. We get stuff like that. We get stuff where like we see Saki showing up home and she is ignoring her dog Ponta. And the reason why is because he's too like handsome looking. and he's like constantly clinging on to her because he's a dog. But to her, it's like, even though I know it's my dog, it's still this handsome man clinging on to me. Like, it's very embarrassing. So she's like pushing him away and stuff. And of course, Ponta has no idea why she's doing that. He's a dog. So he believes that his owner no longer loves him anymore. And so he starts crying in the corner. And then the parents have to tell him, like, hey, why are you ignoring Ponta? Like, he thinks that you don't love him anymore. Maybe stop ignoring him. He's like, you're the only one that he loves being around. And so she realizes her mistake and she tries to, allow him to be close to her. But as soon as he starts hugging her, she starts freaking out again because, once again, this is a really handsome dude hugging her, even though it is technically her dog. So we get just stuff like that. Stuff where we just see like different dogs and how they would be if they were human. Well, if they were in human bodies. And yeah, that's basically where a lot of the humor comes from. It's pretty much humans trying to adapt to the fact that their pets look like good-looking, attractive humans, even though they're not. It's just the body, but the mind's still that of a dog. So yeah, like I said before, this could have been a series that could have gone in a really, really weird, uncomfortable direction, but thankfully it doesn't. The few times where like it plays the fact that the owner finds the animal hot, it's played as a gag and it doesn't go anywhere. It's basically like I said, either you get one girl who like freaks out whenever the dog's cuddling to her, or you get the like office lady who is very strict and bossy at work, but becomes a huge pushover whenever her dog is around at home. I'm glad that it decided to go in the humorous comedy kind of gag direction and not in the creepy romantic white girl with the dog meme direction. So there you go. There's my dog becomes a human, aka Ponta becomes human. And if you feel inclined to read it yourself, I'll leave a link to where you can in the description below, like always. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.